All right. Well, we did the offense already. Now it's time to do the defense. And as I already said earlier, the entire class is 16th ranked according to ESPN.com, 15th according to Scouts.com, presented by Fox. Like I said before we get into the defensive plays of this year, let's talk about some defensive plays from last year, particularly the defensive play. And big defensive play right here. Number 14, Aaron Colvin. First of all, I'd like to thank him for the air conditioner, Aaron Colvin. I met him at basketball, OU, Texas. Awesome guy. Also got to meet Sterling Shepard. Thanks to him also, and to JR. I met him, the women's version of OU, Texas, women's basketball. But how much more can you say thank you than to give the guy, one of the two guys, that basically took time out of his day to take a picture with you? Well, that man, Aaron Colvin. And the play came against the University of Texas Longhorns. This play took place as the Longhorns are on a drive. Oklahoma's leading, but Texas and David Ash are on the way down the field, and then this happens.
To him, Ash wants to go deep again, and this one's intercepted at the 15-yard line. Aaron Colvin. They went after him twice. The first one they got him. The second one they didn't. You talk about a quarterback having a great quarterback has a short-term memory loss.
And what's best about that short-term memory loss is it came and he looked like a wide receiver going up for that drive, going up for that pick. So, I mean, that's just nuts. A defensive back that nobody looked at out of Wausau, Oklahoma, can come up and make a big play like that. That's awesome. But what about the current Sooners? Who did they have coming in that could help this defense? That, by the way, looks very much like Mike Stoops wants to transform it from a 4-3 base to a 3-4 base. And Oklahoma's going to get a lot of help in helping them do that. We'll find out how when we return. This is 1982 Boomer Sooner. All right, well, let's start with basically the defensive line. The defensive line for this class starts up front on the ends, and let's start with one of the top ones. Matt Diamond out of Katy, Texas. Katy High School, 6'2", 252, defensive end, 22nd ranked according to ESPN.com. Also part of that ESPN 300 I talked about in the last telecast. He's ranked 284 of the 300 students. And Scout.com has him ranked as the 25th ranked defensive end in the class. Next is Obina Orakaro out of Houston, Texas. Bob Stoops even said, we call him Obo because we are not even sure how to say his name. So they call him Obo. He's 6'2", 209, out of Alief Taylor High School there in Houston. He's the 32nd ranked defensive end according to Scout.com. Next defensive end, just up the street here, DJ Ward, Moore, Oklahoma. 6'2", 245, Southmore High School, 12th defensive end, according to ESPN. He's part of that 150 class, 137 of the 150 players, and 6th ranked defensive end according to Scouts.com. Since we're moving from a 3-4 from a 4-3, I guess that these guys would basically now be the nose tackles, the defensive tackles, the nose guards of this class. And this class starts with Kendrick Huggins out of Dallas, Texas, 6'3", 289, Skyline High School, 11th ranked defensive tackle out of there, and he's the 11th ranked defensive tackle from Scouts.com at Fox. Also, out of Texas, Port Arthur, Texas, I should say, Matthew Romar, 6'3", 268, Memorial High School, Dallas, Texas, Port Arthur, Texas, 48th ranked defensive tackle in America. They are getting some junior college players in from this for this class at nose, like former Texas commit. Yes, that Texas, UT Texas. Had to go to junior college at Trinity Community College. Oklahoma came after him after he got done there. His name, Quincy Russell, Athens, Texas, 6'4", 315, and as I said, a junior college transfer from Trinity Community College there in Texas. Charles Walker Garland, Texas, out of Garland, Texas, 6'3", 280, South Garland High School, 26th ranked defensive tackle in America, according to Scouts.com. That's it for the nose tackles. Linebackers. These guys are going to be ends or linebackers. The only guy officially on the linebacker court, officially listed at linebacker now, Jordan Evans, Norman, Oklahoma, 6'3", 210, Norman High School, 82nd ranked defensive end in America, according to ESPN, 48th according to Scout.com. And yes, Jordan Evans, his dad Scott Evans, is a former OU Sooner. He played here from 86 to 90, a couple of All-American years in there. After done at Oklahoma, 91, he was drafted in the 8th round by the Arizona Cardinals. Played a couple of years in the NFL. Defensive backs. Here's one. Dakota Austin. This guy out of Lancaster, Texas, 5'11", 167, Lancaster High School. This guy's pretty good. A lot of people came after him late. A lot of people said, this guy's only 5'11", he's only 167. How can he be a shut down good corner? Oklahoma's giving him a chance, and I think that he's going to take that chance and shine with it. Helping him out also from the defensive side will be Hatari Bird out of Fresno, California, 6'1", 195, Central East High School, 14th ranked safety, ESPN 300, and is 16th according to Scouts.com. This guy is, well, I know that a lot of people are getting tired of just hearing about it and hearing about it and hearing about it and hearing about it. But he's 6'1", 195. Big, tall, linebacker-esque weight, but still can play DB. Who does that remind you of? Oh, yeah, Roy Williams. And or now, currently, Tony Jefferson. He's a little bit heavier than Tony, but we'll have to see how that works out for him in the end. Tony ended up being pretty good at Oklahoma. Also on the linebacker score, L.J. Moore out of Fresno, Cal, 6'1", 175, East Central High School, 27th ranked DB according to ESPN.com, 17th according to Scouts.com. And finally, Ahmad Thomas, defensive back out of Miami of Florida, true safety now, 6'1", $199, Miami Central High School, 32nd ranked defensive back according to scout.com. There are a couple of athletes in this draft. Uh, Athletes are players that are basically speed players that can play the speed positions need be. So they're not going to be ends or tackles, but linebackers, defensive backs, wide receivers, running backs, those kind of positions. And Oklahoma's got a couple of them. Like Dominique Alexander out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 6'2", a buck 95, out of Booker T. Washington High School, 43rd ranked safety as an athlete, and also out of Oklahoma. Now, this guy is a not really 200-esque, so he's kind of smaller. But I mean, if they can get these two guys to do what they have to do, they could be the end linebackers on a very good linebacking core. And they, by the way, can all be from Oklahoma, because next on the list is 5'11", a buck 75, East Central High School out of Tulsa, Stephon Taylor. He's an athlete, ESPN 130, 199th player, 8th athletic player according to Scouts.com. He will play linebacker, and Bob Stoops says that he can play linebacker, but he's probably going to play either defensive back or cornerback at Oklahoma. And finally, we're going to need a player to take over for Tress Way. He did such an awesome job at Oklahoma the last 4 years. When we needed him to punt, he boom punts wherever they needed to go. Now that job is solely on the hands of Jed Bennett, a punter, 6'2", 215 pounds, at a Lanley College in California. That's your draft class, folks. If you're looking for a guy that's just going to say, you know what? This guy is going to start. He's going to be good day one. Boom. This guy has it. That guy that's probably going to go in day one and probably start is going to be Jordan Evans, 6'3", 210, Norman High School, number 82nd defensive end in America. He's also a linebacker according to Scouts.com, 42nd ranked. His dad, like I said, is Scott Evans. Dad was later drafted to the Arizona Cardinals in the 8th round. This guy can help. Now, it's going to hurt not having Tom Ward, but this guy can be the middle or the outside, or, I mean, that's just how athletic this guy is. He's very good at what he can do. Dark horses to start: Dakota Austin, Lancaster, Texas, 5'11", 167, out of Lancaster High. This guy is pretty good. I like what I see from him early. Not a lot of people looked at him very highly recruited. And there's a reason for that, maybe. I like what I see from him. I'll say that. And hopefully he'll up his game to where I think it should be and to where it's going to be. Until next time, thanks everybody for watching. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everyone.